Guys, Keys trades April 25th, banger day, and off the week strong. So this is a perfect week for us. We had a no trade day yesterday. I personally took a win, but on the win weight we are 6 for 7, and that's green, 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 green. So here's how we ended off the week. I gave 2 trades. I gave a nice short. It didn't fully deliver, but we played the trade smart, and then I gave a long. And we're going to go over both of those setups. And again, they're the exact same setup. So coming into today's structure, I didn't want to see short. Right, market didn't end up hitting my full TP. I wanted to see this 4-hour fair value gap get filled into, but we ended up leaving an SMT there with ES. So that's totally fine. And then my structure, I wanted to see the obviously the retrace. So I was looking at this 1-hour fair value gap. If we respected it, I wanted to see us retrace lower and then run long to all of these stacked buy side targets. So almost got the plan today right. Only thing we missed was that sweep into the 4-hour, which is fine because we have a SMT, so that's the confluence you need for the long. So coming into the trade, we had a 15-minute as well. So market ended up being a little sloppy. We ended up drawing back into the 1-hour, finding selling, and then coming back one time higher, and then starting to make that move lower. So I ended up taking this trade. The execution was okay in my opinion. I called for a 2-minute inverse entry where I sized in, and then I added on the rejection. But I believe I could have just played the 5-minute inverse. But let's go over what my entry was. My entry was this 2-minute inversion here, where I ended up taking my trade. So I ended up sizing in around 305 here. I ended up sizing into the position. And then once we popped back up and found that rejection, I got more short here. And then I ended up moving my stop loss down from this point down to the wick high. And then obviously my TP was going to be this scale break even. And then full TP was going to be the draw to the 4-hour. So we ended up getting half of that. I ended up securing 40 points, scaling break even here. And then I got stopped in profit at 300. Put my stop in profit right here. So I just barely got ticked out when it delivered the scale break even. But why did I scale early for 40 points? Because we have an SMT. ES, on this rejection down, ES ended up taking out this low. So instead of me scaling early, I ended up just going break even on my position. And I'm wanting to see this. In hindsight, I made a mistake here. Right, I took a scale at the break because we did not find that aggressive selling through, which it's okay. But if anything, I should have scaled break even here. There's no need for this. At this point, it's break even or it hits my initial scale. A little mistake there. But again, it's fine, right? End up catching 40 points, and then I moved my stop in profit at 300. It ticked me out and then ran the scale break even. So it should be a 50-point gain, but I ended up getting 40 points, which is okay in my opinion, right? And then after we delivered that, we started to see the market do some crazy random stuff, right? And we ended up sweeping out the opening lows, but we can see an SMT on the higher time frames, right? We did not fill into the 4-hour, so we made a higher low SMT fair value gap. If we go to ES at that same time frame, we can see that ES filled this 4-hour fair value gap, making a lower low for ES, higher low for NQ, and now we're just looking for 5-minute structure. So market inversed this bearish gap, but again, you're not going to take the SMT inverse. Why? First of all, the risk is too big. Second off, we formed a 5-minute bullish. Boom. Again, retrace and respect. We get the entry at this inverse fair value gap. I called for the entry at the retrace, and just placing your stop loss at this wick low, which it almost got taken out. Scale break even, and then my full TP was going to be the day's high. So it ended up being a 30-point scale break even trade. As you can see, you get the 33 points here, and then you would have moved your stop loss to break even, which it would have ended up getting ticked out here. And then obviously it made the monster move to the upside, which is totally fine. But that's all we did. On Fridays, I only looked for one win. I only trade the YAM and gave members 43 points in gains. My fault, not 43, 73 points. A 40-point win here and a 33-point here. And that's all she wrote. drop my little profit here in the chat just to show a little something. So end up closing out this week, Friday, with a $967 profit day. Very great day and a perfect week. 4 green days, 1 day, no trade yesterday. Personally, I did win that day. I made around 230, something small, but overall a very great quality week. And how to have a perfect week is just being confident, right? We're taking the same trades, the same models. Put the pieces of the puzzle together, put the narrative together. Number 2, let the market come to you. We do not care what it does. We will wait for our quality model and our quality narrative that pays. These trades will take losses, but they will always win bigger and they will win more than they lose. And we've seen it. We've seen it time and time again, right? Most of these trades are the same model. So if we look at when my last losing day was, last Monday. And most of these trades are all the same model. So we lost 84 points. But again, we took small size because of the risk and because of price action. We come back with another loss that day. And we take the same model for 50 points. And then we take the same model for 80, 37, 38, 51, 93, 40, plus plenty other calls. Again, I only counted the 40-point first trade. My second trade was a call out. But so this should be a 73. But overall, the model pays. And that's another winning week in the books. Our last losing week was up here. And we have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks in a row. And there is losing days in there. There is no trade days in there. There is break-even days. What's important is your discipline to wait for your quality model and to wait for your quality edge. What's important is being content with no trade, being content with the break-even day, and being content with the losing day. Because we know if we continue to stay focused and wait for our setup, it pays. But that's going to be a very quick review for you guys. April 25th. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and leave a comment and subscribe. And if you want to join the Discord, we have a link in the bio. We'll be happy to have any and all new members. Until next time, guys. Peace out.